emotional, and I believe he even cried about it. He told me that they fell in love. That's like pretty much it, and it wasn't like planned. They started out as friends, but it just grew, and yeah, he adores her, and that was, I mean, it really was simple. It wasn't that much, but he kept to the point. Always on the line for them, and when I started to see their reality unfold as to be completely fake and just staged, I started to lose, I lost complete faith in them. And it's not just one thing, it's in multiple things. Empty promises from Robyn, only needing me when she needed something. You know, it's been a series of things, a series of letdowns. It's not even about, and I'm not sitting here crying at myself. I'm actually really happy and proud of myself for pulling myself away and being honest about it, because I've had everybody I know around me tell me the same thing, and I've ignored it. And then to have it really be true, this thing with Meri was the kicker. It really was. Because the situation is, it doesn't matter. Honest to God, it doesn't matter what occurred, with whom, or whatever. What matters is this woman felt desperate that she needed to find love elsewhere. And that's because her home was so broken. That's the truth of the matter. So the rest of it really doesn't matter. She was a very broken, sad, desperate person. And that only happens when you're being neglected at home. And it's impossible when you have a huge family like that. For her to be that hurt and let down is really sad to me. And it makes me more sad that Robyn was selfish. And she didn't take time to go, you know what, Cody, you spent too much time with me. Go be with your wife. She didn't encourage any of that shit. She had no problem with him always being at her house, sneaking in the door. He would leave 10, 11 o'clock at night, go be with whoever he needed to be with, and he'd be right back in her bed at 6 in the morning. That is not how it should be. So all of that changed my opinion of everybody. It really did. And my thing the whole time to Cody was Cody. I know I told Cody, I think I told Cody, and I told Robyn. I know I told Robyn. I don't remember if Cody was in the room. I was like, why don't you just go and woo her back? I don't understand. Here is your wife. She's fallen for someone else. And he didn't believe it at first. You know, he really didn't believe it. But then he knew. He knew what was going on. And then he started to believe it. And once he realized what was going on, that's when he was like taking this piece of shit guy down. And then so they're like, dude, it goes both ways. If she's not happy here, you're making it clear you're unhappy with her anyway. Who cares? You know? I mean, you either woo her back or you let her go. You have two choices. That's pretty much all it is, right? But, okay, so the very first going over and talking to her, what happened was she was totally withdrawn from the family. She wasn't communicating with anybody. She sat in the corner. I was there visiting, and I was like, something's not right with her. I knew something wasn't right. Robyn had said many times something very totally withdrawn. All of them had said she pulled away from the whole family completely, and it's true. So when I actually saw it, I was like, well, I know exactly what's going on. I'm going to go talk to her about it before I talk to anyone else about it, because I thought that was just the right thing to do. So I said, can we talk? And we went and talked in Christine's house for a few minutes, and then she said, you know what? After I brought it to Sampling, after we went back to Robyn's house, she sent me a text and said, maybe you should come over here and we should talk about this, you know, more in depth, privately. And so I went over there, and we sat down, and I said, look, I know what's going on. I have seen all the messages. You know, I was getting everything from fans in the group, so I didn't really know what was going on until I started researching it. When I finally went on Twitter, I said, you know, you're obviously, purposely very open and aware that this is happening publicly. And you're not having an issue with it. And it's totally inappropriate. Yeah, that's when she went. She's like, I talked to Meri, and everything's okay. But Meri made it clear to her that she was like leaving Samuel, I believe. That she had fallen in love. But that it was going to be over. So she misled Robyn, too. Unfortunately, she misled Robyn because we all knew darn well that wasn't over. And Robyn started to believe her. That's when she got on I had to support my family train. Started really making me upset because she wasn't listening. What this family has done is they allowed my name, Lindsay's name, any person that's been involved in this scenario at all, to be dragged through the mud. He was also very open up about himself, like, introduced himself to me. I was a little bit shocked that he was even real, to be honest, because for so many people were saying he wasn't real, or he was just some guy she met, he wasn't in love with her, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I was just still shocked that he existed as this guy. He's so nice. You know, and she spent her whole time playing on her phone. I'm like, okay, cool, I get it. So I said to her, I said, you know what, I understand you're not happy. I've known for a very long time you've been unhappy through Robyn. Robyn tells me everything. That's another truth that she does. She told me everything. I know you've been miserable. I know your marriage turned out to not be exactly what you hoped for. I know all these things. So if you found somebody, I think it's amazing, and I think you should go for it. I'm not speaking as Robyn's friend, and I wasn't speaking as what I already knew personally. I was speaking in the realm of, when you find something so amazing, you need to go for it. Boy, she was like, I can't explain it. It's like you could read it all over her face. She was happy. She was in love. She was in the glow state. And she's like, he's just a friend. And she would just laugh, giggle. He makes me happy. He's somebody I can talk to. He gets me. He understands me. I haven't had this for a long time. So no, he was so sweet. He told me he got really emotional. I believe he even cried about it. He told me that they fell in love. That's like pretty much it. And it wasn't like planned. They started out as friends, but it just grew, and yeah, he adores her. And that was, I mean, it really was simple. It wasn't that much. But he kept to the point. I told her something was going on, and she was kind of like, what do you mean? Show me. Like, so that was it. We kind of did our own investigating together. Pretty much did it together because I was with her. So we pulled everything up. Anne started posting on her group, on her Facebook page. Ooh, look what Mary's doing. Look what Mary's talking to. Who's Sam? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? And that evening was the night, we didn't have too much information at that point because we were close to trying to figure it out. I was there the second time Mariah was there. She'd gone to get juice, Jamba Juice or something. And we were talking, and that's when I was really, like, open to Mary. And, you know, I've been thinking a lot about this. Because I'd already had conversations with Cody and Robyn, and I knew exactly where his head was at. Nothing was going to change for Mary at home. You know, things had changed so much that she was never going to find happiness she found with this guy. So I basically was like, I think that you need to just go for it. And I basically encouraged her to leave. I said, I think you need to go find yourself and your happiness. And I think she's already found it. And I think it's the best thing for you. Well, Mariah wasn't happy with any of it at all. She was pissed, actually. She thought it was disgusting and embarrassing and disturbing. And she's not, from what Robyn and everyone said, she was completely unsupportive of Mary. She was disgusted with Mary. All this family ever said of Mary was she was mentally ill and she was insane. My concerns of them having this caring relationship on, but you know, he's like, she's unhappy. She's miserable there. You know, what he was supporting her. That was totally understandable. Of course he's going to support her. I would expect anyone to support the person that they fall in love with. So he had me sold on that. I could see in her face that she was totally done. Like, it was all about her and this guy. That didn't matter. Robyn was with me the whole time. Robyn was kind of like, ooh, I don't tell anyone I know this. Nobody can know. Meri cannot know. Nobody can know. She wanted to be off record, completely knowing anything yet. She knew everything the whole time.